my dear friends. Today we gather here to celebrate our nation's freedom and honor the brave men and women who fought for our independence. We are very happy to share you the story of our country's slavery to British, freedom struggle and the independence.
Good morning everyone, respected principal, teachers and all my dear friends. Today I am standing in front of you to deliver a speech on Independence Day. First of all, I wish you a happy Independence Day. This is the most important day in the history of unity. This day we are celebrating 79th Independence Day. Our freedom fighters worked hard to earn this freedom. Their sacrifice can never be forgotten. This day teaches the power of unity. Many centuries ago, India was a land blessed with natural bounty and riches. The royalty, the soldiers, farmers, craftsmen, as well as many other skilled people enjoyed the wealth of the country. These riches began to attract foreign merchants who wished to make profits by trading with India. The Portuguese were the first Europeans traveled to India. Thus, French and British traders followed the Portuguese. The Europeans fought among themselves to dominate the trade. Finally, the British were the main trading nation in India.
The British founded the English East India Company in the year 1600 to trade with Asia and India. Within the next 100 years, the British had set up a large number of factories in Bombay, Ahmedabad, Madras and Calcutta. Initially, the British were only traders and the Mughal Empire was strong. When the Mughal Empire started declining, the British took advantage of this situation and started gaining control of India. The British brought several changes in India and they introduced English languages in the education system. They built a railway system in India.
The British brought the Western education system to India, which taught new subjects like science, literature and philosophy. Also, farmers asked the huge taxes. Craftsmen and weavers were losing their means of income, and the soldiers were treated unfairly in the British army. When the East India Company began to rule over the Indian state, many Indians were unhappy. Rajaram Mohan Rai, Dayanand Saraswati, Mahatma Phule and Savitribai Phule were some of the great thinkers who led to intellectual awakening in the Indian people. Due to the unfair laws and regulations, Indians were dissatisfied with the British rulers, which later led to a revolt. This unhappiness showed the seed for Indians' first war of independence on 1857. It was a significant early challenge to British rule, but it was ultimately unsuccessful. The Indian National Congress formed in 1885 but gradually adopted more radical approaches for self-rule. Leaders like Lala Lajpat Rai, Bipin Chandrapal and Bal Gangadhar Tilak advocated for Swaraj and pushed for more assertive methods.
Chauri Chaura incident where a violent clash led to the death of police officers prompted Gandhi to withdraw the non-cooperation.
Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy of Satyagraha and non-violent non-cooperation became central to the movement, inspiring millions. Gandhiji led majors like non-cooperation movement, the civil disobedience movement, and the Quit India movement, which significantly challenged British authority.
A charismatic leader was advocated for armed resistance against the British. Jawaharlal Nehru was a key figure in Congress who later became India's first Prime Minister.
The brutal killing of unarmed civilians known as Jallianwala Bagh massacre by British rule in Amritsar in 1919 further fueled the independence movement. This act led to the partition of India into India and Pakistan, marking the end of British rule but also causing immense displacements and violence.
After facing much resistance, the British finally realized that they could no longer control India, and so that Indian Independence Act was passed. This act created two nations, India and Pakistan. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru became Free India's first Prime Minister, and Dr. Rajendra Prasad became India's first President. Thus, thousands of India and leaders gave up their comforts, families, and even their lives, so that India could be a free nation. We should honor their responsible citizens of our country.